Hello my RC friends, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to share with you my favorite art supply for 2023. I do one every year and things are always different for two reasons. First, I discover new art supply and there are things that I really love and I really incorporate in my art, while other things maybe I'm not too amazed about. And the second reason is the more I practice art, the more my style changes and more I'm oriented towards some supply instead than others. So without further ado, this is what I love for art supply in 2023. It's not every single item you see here. Some are a specific brand, but some or most of them are categories of supplies. And the first one is sketchbooks. I discovered this year, this Talents Art Creation sketchbook. I bought two different sizes and I am amazed by it because I am doing mixed media more than everything else at the moment. I think this paper is really good. First, because I am mainly working in sketchbooks. I don't sell my art and I don't feel like I need to waste so much money in sketchbooks. This is an affordable solution. Is quite sturdy. It's not the thickest paper, but it's nice and sturdy and allow for mixed media artwork. So I'm really happy to have discovered this sketchbook. There are 80 pages inside and I could not be more in love. I will definitely be buying more and using more of these once I get rid of all of the other sketchbook. Let's start with the general category, and is gold. If you've been following for a little while, and you know that I've been obsessed with gold lately, and I need to add an element of gold in almost every single painting. So this is my gold collection so far. I may have missed something, but I have gold in every single shape and form, like watercolor, ink. I have a bunch of acrylic markers in general that allow me for different tone of gold. I have acrylics from different brand, and this one that I can just squeeze it with a pipette and is really useful. Another general category is an element of black and white. I love not just to add black and white as a pop in my design, but as a focus element for the center. I think like it makes everything looking good. So apart from the general acrylic, black and white, gouache, black and white, I do also have jelly roll and fine liner and acrylic markers and so on. So I need to have an element of black and white all the times. I want to talk now about a specific brand, and this is Caran d'Ache Neocolor 1. The one is the one that is not water soluble. You cannot re-wet this one. But I do love these bad boys for mark making. They just leave you that mark that is wonderful and beautiful and is easy to lay it on top of everything, and you can also lay on top of this one, and it's much easier for that, for example, oil pastel or soft pastel to use in mixed media. And I always had this 3-1 because you can buy open stock, and I wasn't sure I will like this one. It's been probably almost a year I've been in love with them, and especially recently I've been using them almost every time. So indeed I ordered few more that you will see in a dream art haul that is coming on this channel very soon. These are the colors that I had so far: a burnt sienna and tallow green and a bronze, and I ordered a few more. I definitely love to use this one, and I'm happy that I am adding a few more to my collection. A special shout out to this little guy over here. This is a willow charcoal, and I'm using it all the time for mark making. It's nice and dark and really lovely consistency. Is flow on the paper like nothing, and I love using it. And I have a little piece on my box, mixed media box, on the side over there, so I use it all the time. But this is not any specific brand. It was £1 only, and is a brand that I'm not sure is available anymore in the Works, which is a store in UK. So I have like a bunch on here, so it will last me for a really long time. Pack of 30 of willow charcoal, and there are different sizing. I love this little guy. Nothing serious, nothing specific, but it makes me so happy. And of course you've seen already a little bit of this one, but I thought I have to mention specifically acrylic markers. I've been in an acrylic marker obsession. As you've seen, I have it in white, in black, in gold, but I also have a bunch of other color. They are not all acrylic marker, but definitely I have a good selection right now at acrylic marker, and I use them every single time. So definitely I haven't used acrylic marker until last year. This is a news from this year, and I am totally in love with it. And yeah, not any specific brand. I would love to get some more Posca eventually in the future, but love using acrylic markers. And I always been an acrylic girl, so as you see I have quite a few acrylics, and I have a few more in a smaller box that I'll just grab with me whenever I need. And I have a different shape and size and form of acrylics. I love them. At the moment I don't really do just acrylic work. I hope to be back to do that soon. But in this phase of my life I use acrylic mainly as a base for my work or as mark making on top. And for example, I just discovered this Daler Rani fluid acrylic, and it comes in this little pipette. I am in love with them because they are the best when it comes to mark making. Not just mark making, but adding also dimension, so your piece becomes sort of tri-dimensional, and I love it. If I have to choose a specific brand of acrylic, if you like to just work with acrylic, I will definitely go with the Open Golden acrylic. I think they are absolutely the best as a personal opinion. But I have to say also Jackson Professional acrylic are really good. I bought this Indian red, and I am totally in love with it. Use it all the time. But yeah, depends what your goal is. If at the moment you're just working like me mainly in sketchbooks, and yeah, any brand is fine. I have a Jackson Student acrylic, I have a Liquitex, I have a Golden, I have a Daler Rowney, I have Winsor & Newton, I have a bit of everything. So yeah, depends of your goal. I love mix things up and experimenting. I have been talking a lot about mark making, but what is the instrument that I'm using to do mark making are this one mostly. So I step away from the brush quite a bit, and I am in love with sponges. I'm using sponges a lot. I believe the texture is wonderful, but as well, like all the credit card or loyalty card, I love using them. And I've been using a lot as well palette knife. As for stamps, I think they are, I mean stencil, I think they're really useful for mark making. I especially like this dotty one, it's really good. But yeah, I have a favorite tools now that I'm using for mark making, and I never thought I will leave my brush on the side. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. Now I do have some mixed media bits and pieces here, and I'm happy they are here, but I don't think I consider them any of my favorites. So yeah, I use pencil, I use jelly roll, I use brush pen, but it is nothing essential for me and nothing favorite. I'm just happy they are there and that I can use them, but yeah, they don't make the list. What makes the list this year is this Aya set from Paul Ruben. You've been seeing me using already quite a bit on this channel, and I use it either on its own, that as mark making, and the reason is they are quite buttery and juicy, and I really love using them, and I use them quite a bit already, and it hasn't been a long time. So this definitely has become a favorite of mine super quickly. So this is everything I've been crazy in love with this year. I would love to know in the comment which is your favorite art supply for 2023. I do have more supply coming this year in art haul, as I already mentioned, but I won't be adding this to this year's list, and this simply because I won't have enough time to play with them. So I want to play with them, I want to like them, I want to fall in love with them, and then eventually add it to next year list. But definitely if I am not using them enough, I don't want to add them to the list, and this is why I decided to do already my favorite art supply haul for this year right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember to let me know in the comment your favorite art supply of 2023, and I will see you next time. Bye.